everybody. So finally, Suicide Squad has been released in theaters and I am happy to say I loved it. I loved it. I expected a lot going in and I got a lot going out. I just enjoyed so much about this film. It's directed by David Ayers. He did an incredible job, especially with the writing. The writing was really great as well. Now, there were certain parts in the movie that were a little choppy and certain things that I didn't like, but let's go ahead and talk about the pros in this film. I think the thing that I loved the most was the character development of Deadshot and Harley Quinn, seeing those two characters' backstories and just getting a feel for who these characters are. Now, for those of you a little unfamiliar with the Suicide Squad, is a team up of a bunch of villains taking on more villains, and they're being controlled by Amanda Waller, who is in control of Argus. And yeah, she is a tough cookie. Viola Davis nailed Amanda Waller. I loved her portrayal of this character to no end. She was fantastic. Now, in order for her to control all of these villains, she has to implant an explosive device in all of their necks so that, yeah, if they go rogue, they go kaboom. Big bada boom. Yeah. That's the thing. That's the thing with the Suicide Squad. That's the only way they can control them. One of my absolute favorite scenes in this entire film, I think, was when we got this whole big flashback of Harley Quinn and the Joker, and we see Harley in her old school Harley outfit and just all these different outfits, and just it's just great. It's great. Now, my complaint about all of this was that we didn't get a lot of Joker scenes. If you went into this film hoping for a lot of Jared Leto as the Joker, like me, you definitely walked out slightly disappointed. We didn't get enough of him. Hopefully, we get to see more of him in future DC films because I loved his portrayal. I loved all the scenes we got between Harley and the Joker, the few scenes that we got. Karen Fukuhara's portrayal of Katana was really great. I enjoyed all of the scenes with her and seeing how they explained that her sword absorbs the souls of those that have been killed with it. Diablo, Killer Croc, they were really great as well. I enjoyed all of their scenes and I could not stop laughing in the scenes that Killer Croc had. He's gonna be, I feel like he might end up being one of the more underappreciated characters because he's not the main character, but I really enjoyed all of his scenes. He was really funny and enjoyable to watch. All right, it's time to talk about spoilers, so if you have not seen the movie yet, please turn this off and come back and watch it once you've seen the film. So basically, once Amanda Waller has gathered together who she wants to be on Task Force X, she has to put them out into the field very quickly because she made a big mistake. She took on and tried to control the Enchantress, and yeah, Enchantress was not happy about this at all. Cara Delevingne did a great job as the Enchantress and as June Moon, and I really enjoyed seeing the romance between her character and Rick Flag and seeing the way the Enchantress started feeling very threatened by Rick Flag and kept trying to take him out. The one thing that I thought was a smart move about this whole love story between these two characters was that we didn't have that reveal to the Suicide Squad until the very end, and then the Suicide Squad, they were allowed to make their own decision on whether or not they were gonna help take down the Enchantress, and they got screwed over in the end by Amanda Waller, of course, because yeah, Amanda Waller is just Amanda Waller. Yeah. Now, let's talk about a con that I had in this film. I thought that the fight at the end, they could have done a better job in cutting it together. A few of the scenes felt a little choppy, and I didn't like the way the Enchantress's powers looked at the end, but overall, that is just a minor thing that I didn't like in this film. I loved so many things about this film. I loved that we had unexpected appearances in the movie. I mean, I expected Batman, and we got Batman. And then we had a surprise appearance by the new Flash, played by Ezra Miller, and I liked it. I liked the little scene he had. I am a big fan of Grant Gustin's version of Barry Allen in The Flash, but you know what? I'm going to give Ezra Miller a chance, and hopefully he surprises me and he's great. One last thing I want to touch on was the after credits scene. Now, I love this scene because we got to see how Bruce Wayne, Batman, feels about the Suicide Squad. He's not thrilled. He is not happy, and he threatens Amanda Waller that if she doesn't shut them down, him and his friends are gonna shut them down. Yeah, aka the Justice League. My final thoughts on Suicide Squad are this. This was a well done film that I really enjoyed and hope we get a sequel to because I just don't feel like I got enough. I want more of the Suicide Squad. I definitely want more. And now that I've seen this really great film, I'm really hoping that the Justice League and Wonder Woman films are just as good. If you enjoyed this, please remember to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.